for the land of the...
The Elker wearing the green today on this DH.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. On for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Jones. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Schroeder outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Schroeder. And the pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. Schroeder outside. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
At 175 pounds and lanky, Schroeder still has some strength, especially on those tough finishes.
Lillard dishes to Kanter. Launches a 3. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots over Schroeder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. What happens to team chemistry, Brent, at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent, a lot of time together already at this point.
Well, this is where veteran leadership and guys who have been through deep runs, or their understanding of what it takes to have a team go through deep runs, can really pay off, Kevin. Making guys accountable to the things that you've talked about all year long in the next couple weeks, that's critical.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. It's been a quick start for Portland. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
And they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
Lets it go from deep. That one's not going to go. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope against Covington. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Clock at 4. Schroeder finds Jones. Back to Schroeder. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Marc Gasol. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Kanter. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Simons. Good up top. He averages about 5 points a game. Portland needs to get off a shot. They shoot again. Kanter's shot is off.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he goes.
That was something else.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Here's Simons. Kanter inside. Antetokounmpo's there.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
James with the bucket.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. To the left wing. And Kanter wide open. He shoots. Portland again missing.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Nobody near Schroeder. Again, the Lakers.
Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those Jays.
Simons the pass to Canner. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. They grab their own miss. Cantor kicks to Anthony. The shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
That one is off.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 2. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And winning that game the way they did with the incredible fourth quarter comeback couldn't have left them feeling any better.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
6 seconds left to play in the first. To halt the run, and Lillard with the lay-in. Lillard's got 6.
Yeah, Damian Lillard just working them over right now. One of the smaller guards in the league, but darts around so well to make plays.
At the end of one,
In the gym trying to work.
when Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position.
Well, Harrell gets up there, and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
Lillard outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got his third bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Caruso. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Rejected by Gasol. There's Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the fouls. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Caruso. He has 5. Pass to Gasol. And here's Kuzma. It's stolen by Jones. McCollum finds Covington. Jones, that's for 2. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here is Lillard against New Orleans, who is really on his game. McCollum outside. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Here's Caruso. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. A wide open look for Gasol, but they get it back. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Kuzma with it, defended by Jones. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Gasol, no good. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Portland moving the ball around. Now, here's Lillard. That one goes in.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back to the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. And that does it for our...
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Antetokounmpo out there with Jones. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Lillard with it. He's got 14. Nice move. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 16 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Schroeder kicks to James. Back to Schroeder. Lillard with the rebound. Portland leading by 3. McCollum finds Canner. Takes the 3. McCollum, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you like to see LeBron make the read there as it comes off the rim and taking advantage of crashing the glass.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. McCollum, no good. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. A different look now for Portland. Schroeder looking over the floor. Count that one. He's got 6.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Here's James. The Blazers getting the bucket. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Anthony. Down low to the wing right side. Here's Simons. Morris with the rebound.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Schroeder. An easy 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got 8.
They're fighting through some defense right there. Schroeder showing some offensive confidence right now.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now here's James. He's got 8. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play. And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players. Well, the dribble move by Carmelo, something to behold. He shreds the defense apart right there.
Schroeder finds James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Antetokounmpo comes in for Damian Jones. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hood. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Trent. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. There's the 3. The Lakers rebound. The kick out to LeBron. Now Harrell. 6 points for him. LeBron outside. Tries yet again. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, I'm not sure if family and friends are here in the stands tonight, but he wanted to show that one off. Fading away on the shot was absolutely not necessary.
Caldwell Pope outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. McCollum is out there with Little, and it's Simons in at the point. Harrell the pass to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Simons. James covering. Lobs it up for Cantor. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And while not a huge leaper, Cantor does have enough length and athleticism to make a play like that simple.
Here's Horton Tucker. He is guarded by McCollum. Caruso kicks to James. Here's Harrell. Kicks it out to James. Passes it to Caruso. Harrell down low. He is guarded by McCollum.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound. Crucial to this offense and his production.
Now here's McCollum. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Yep, it counts. 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Harrell up top. He's covered by Cantor. LeBron passes to Harrell. Shoots over Cantor. And it's Harrell missing. The Trailblazers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. McCollum, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 1-point game. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Simons missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And Harrell wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to James. Harrell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Montrezl Harrell, not the first guy you think about, but he comes through first class.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You look at James, what a contribution.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappy. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's James. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Gasol. Misses off the left iron. Portland leading. Last break. Here come the Trailblazers. Over in the corner, Lillard. Cantor dishes to Jones. Lillard against Schroeder. Now, here's Lillard. Guarded closely. And Lillard throws it down.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Schroeder outside. In the corner, it's James. That's tipped.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
Damian Jones is checked in for Montrezl Harrell, and he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
Peter passes to Caldwell Pope. Fires it up. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Gasol. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. No good on the triple. Lillard outside. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, is the... Up next, the trip. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special present. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the shooting guard. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lillard. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now, here's George. He had a 15-point outing in their last. Whoa! I mean, that's a rugged play.
That one was big time.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Passes to Lillard. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, you've been an all-star in the past and also had some time off. How big was the difference for you having that break?
Kevin, good question. Compared to now, you always want to be an all-star if you can as a player. But the difference now is the break time. We just had a weekend. Look now, they get about 6-7 days off, and that can really help, especially players that need an injury break or just a mental break.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Zubac against Lillard. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his second bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And that one's good. Lillard.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. A floater. He can't hit that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Covington finds Lillard. Out to the right wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Enes Kanter, third.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Leonard looking over the floor. A 3-ball. The offensive rebound. On the wing, George. For the 3. And the Clippers miss again. Portland trailing here. And now here comes Jones leading the break. It's good. This game is all even.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here is Morris. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. And a wide open look for McCollum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard outside. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got his second bucket of the night.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Leonard. He had 22 points in the win against Dallas.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge. Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Deflects the pass. Morris against Jones. Kicks it out to Leonard. George passes to Batum. A three-pointer off the mark.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result. Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Now, here's Zubac. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
So both teams changing it up here. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's Trent, 4 seconds left, and the powerful one-handed slam.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They're up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And before the game...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know...
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Rodney Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Trent in at the 2. And the Clippers making a change here. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Kanter, the pass to Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Clippers in the lead. Now the pass to Oturu. On target from 13 feet. Oturu's got his first bucket in this one.
When the defense is non-existent like they were there, it's pretty easy to score like he did.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Back to Kanter. And he banks in the layup. Kanter's got 6.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Williams. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 3.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Simons, the pass to Hood. Out left to the wing. Here's Simons. Nails the baby hook.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Kennard. Out to Morris. Clock at 6. In the corner, Kennard with it. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Here's Trent. A three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Williams. D right on him. 1:44 left now here in the second. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
The shot's good from Kennard.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. .51 seconds left here in the second. Lillard from outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cantor's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside for George. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. It's deflected. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington with the ball. And the dunk by Covington.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Outside, George. Over McCollum. Oh, my goodness, with no time left up. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
We see it night in and night out. When you move the ball, keep your teammates involved, good things happen at the offensive end.
Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. 4 on the shot clock. Another shot. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Lillard against Leonard. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Portland. George dishes to Batum. Pass to Zubac. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's good. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And it's Leonard missing. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's Covington. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Outside, Jones. From deep. Covington's shot is off. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Lillard left side. Morris with the rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That'll put Paul George on the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Throws it up high. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. The three from McCollum. And he's good on the three ball. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Rodney Hood comes in for McCollum. George to stop the run. Zubac's no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Little can't hit.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Trent. 7 points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Trent's got 4 points this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now, here's George. He's covered closely. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. George has got 10 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Here's Simons. Kennard with the rebound. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. And so it's Portland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now, here's Cantor. Lillard finds Covington. Cantor trying to free himself up. Covington with the bucket. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Now, here's Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Jones. It's Covington on the wing. Covered by Morris. They get it again. Outside Covington. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. They get it back. Here's Cantor. And finally, that one's good. Cantor's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Patterson. Covington with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Kicks it out to Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. Right side Jones. 4-3 Covington. Cantor, the pass to Jones. The second effort, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Lou Williams. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Paul George. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. He kicks to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. McCollum left side. The Clippers running out of time. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Morris, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Here's George. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. From outside, off the mark. 1:27 left in the game. Here is Lillard. He dishes it to Cantor. Lillard outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Enes Kanter.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target with the open look. On offense, here are the Clippers. 15-point game. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing?
Oh, look at that!
Kevin, I'm leaving. I'm gone.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve. And just about to get underway as the starting fives. We hope you're wearing the green today on this. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in its center. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. Nobody near Lillard. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Porzingis, and he can't bank that one in. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Just 5 on the clock. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. And the 3 off target. Richardson attacking. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. His 3-pointer's off the mark. The finish, and Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Clippers.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Lillard against Doncic.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Here's McCollum. And that comes off the assist by Jones. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here's Richardson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Guys, this offense very effective.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Doncic after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Lillard the pass to Cannon. Covington against Cleveland. Covington kicks to McCollum. It's good from long range. McCollum's got his third basket of the night right there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. It's stolen by Anthony. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running. And that one is good.
Excellent, excellent transition passing there, guys. Straight to the hoop.
Mavericks trail by 9. Brunson scanning the floor. To the paint. Here's Finney-Smith. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Anthony can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Valanos. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. To the wing on the left. Here's Simons. The baseline J off the mark.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. No good. That would have tied it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hood can't get it to go. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Richardson. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, Richardson has a sneaky mid-range game, folks. Keeps the defense off balance.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Anthony. Over Cauley Stein. 2 on the clock. Here's Simons. Portland again missing. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Trailblazers, Little, he's checked in for Kansas. McCollum comes in for Rodney Hood. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. The Mavericks rebound. Here's Powell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's Johnson in for Dwight Powell. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. That's a 2 from Lillard, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Kleber. Poke loose. Hardaway kicks to Kleber. The pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Lillard surveying the D. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Feeds it to Little. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Doncic, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. Doncic against Lillard. Passes to Trent. That shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Charity stripe shot. Tries again. Here's Porzingis, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up, that's why he's boarding it well.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Portland was looking great right away. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. And they're leading. And
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the center position. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic with the bucket. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And so they foul intentionally. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he makes both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Reverses. Crafty move. Can't get the layup.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Jacks up a 3. Portland again missing.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Powell. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for them.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Pass to Simons. Here's Cantor. Cauley-Stein defending. Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
James Johnson's checked in for Powell. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. Lillard with it. 11 points in the game. Cantor dishes to Lillard. 1:51 left to play here in the third. But they'll get another chance. Jones finds Covington. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Now here's Brunson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Cauley-Stein passes to Finney-Smith. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Lillard from outside. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Johnson kicks to Finney-Smith. Johnson surveying the floor. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Dallas no good that time either. Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Canner. Covington's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Lillard against Doncic. To Porzingis. Over Lillard. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 12.
He's just letting it all hang out, guys. When Porzingis is in a groove like this, he just keeps putting it on you.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Porzingis with the block. Outside Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Excellent quickness that time by Hardaway. Allows him to do work inside.
McCollum fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 1. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Doncic. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Lillard attacking and denied. He sends it right off the glass. All alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Mavericks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Simons, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Doncic against Lillard. Luka Doncic again. Doncic has got 16 here in the second half.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Lillard against Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 22 points.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Out to the right wing. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Back to Cantor. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Yep, that one goes. And now a 4-point Dallas lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Mavericks?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack.
Mercy, mercy me.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
The drive by Doncic. And that one, good. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Lillard against Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told his guys, that team is not going to give it to us. We have to take it. That means staying aggressive and playing with no fear. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. It's the first. That narrows the gap to 1.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Doncic passes to Richardson. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Laces one from 3.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Stolen by Cantor. Doncic against Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down the free throws here. Foul right away.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look
They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
Get that out of here. Blocked and recovered. What a nice play. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Tatum, and welcome back.
The lights of downtown reflect. And
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Jones is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the 5, down low. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Jones the pass to Covington. Cantor dishes to Lillard. From downtown, good on the triple. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Now here's Jones. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Cantor, the pass to Covington. Jones, no one around him. No good with the triple. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And so it's the Lakers with it. And here's Caldwell Pope. Gasol kicks to LeBron. Pass to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Schroeder, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Cantor. Jones from outside. That one doesn't drop. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Gasol. And so Gasol will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 2. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Now McCollum, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Jones for 3. Good work defensively by Gasol. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
1:12 left to play here in the first. Here's James. Passes it to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. He had 16 points in the win against Minnesota.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Simons to the right side. Here's Trent, and that one's on target from the wing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. To the inside. Here's Harrell. The pass to Caruso. A miss that time would have put him up. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against New Orleans.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Los Angeles. Now, here's Kanter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Here's Trent, and stolen by Harrell. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Out to Kuzma. Over to the left wing. Here's Caruso. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Simons. No good on the 3. The Lakers trail. Here's Harrell. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Well, I think that Harrell lives and loves playing in traffic.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Simons. Left side, Hood, down low. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead back up to 4 now for Portland. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
On the top of the key, they get the rebound. Kicks it out to Schroeder. He nails it, and we're tied up. Schroeder's got his second basket.
He's such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
Lillard outside. Portland no good that time either.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim. Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Lillard against Schroeder. From past the arc. The putback. McCollum outside. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 6.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. And it's Harrell missing. Trailblazers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Good on the bucket. And it's a 3-point Portland lead.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Pass to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. To the paint. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
And some good act. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to eat. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets into his feet. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marcus Gasol is out there with Jones, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Lakers working the ball around now. And stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard's showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Schroeder kicks to Jones. He can't get that one to fall. Trailblazers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And a wide open look for McCollum. Shot is good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Schroeder outside. LeBron outside. Back to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Schroeder's got 6 points.
Trying to get more confident shooting from the interior. Schroeder wants to keep adding some elements to the offensive end of his game.
Schroeder against Lillard. McCollum outside. Offline with his 3. Lakers trail by 5. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Little with the rebound. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. McCollum passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 8 points for him.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Now Jones. James outside. Good D by Covington.
The 3rd quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Just more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Cantor. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Rodney Hood's checked in for CJ McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons, defended by Gasol. Pass to Simons. Shoots. Can't hit that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now just a 2-point Portland lead.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound. Crucial to this offense and his production.
Little passes to Simons. Picked away. There's 1:17 left in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
McKinney passes to Caruso. Inside. It's stolen by Little.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Simons. Buries it down low. Simons has got his third bucket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's McKinney. To the paint. Here's Harrell. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Portland leading. Here's Simons. Good. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Over Little. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 4. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Got to keep tracking down the balls.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Cantor in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard surveying the D. Kicks it out to McCollum. 5 to shoot from 18 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And for Portland, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Jones finds McCollum. The tray. Offensive rebound. Outside, Covington. Over in the corner, Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. Cantor trying to free himself up. It's Covington on the wing. Passes it to Lillard. Back to Covington. Down low. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because he seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
LeBron outside. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose, and a missed layup. Trailblazers leading by 4. McCollum right side. Makes it off the glass.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. James in the post. Working on Jones. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, you got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Lillard from outside. Cantor dishes to Lillard. Back to Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard up top. Antetokounmpo defending. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders. Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Now here's James. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead. LeBron against Jones. And It's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And an intentional foul right there. And some changes here for the Lakers. Harrell comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Damian Jones subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Cantor finds Covington. And a deep three from Lillard. And another three for Portland.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
James has a two-pointer. LeBron with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous two games with.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron exploiting the defense once again, knowing when to slash, and gets himself to the rim.
And it's Lillard missing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Schroeder. Sinks the three-pointer. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard way outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
They did a great job.
You famously posterized LeBron in your rookie year. If you haven't already, what other NBA star or player would you like to dunk on next?
I remember last time for the season.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon, and the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Now here's Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Portland. George against McCollum. And that one's good, George. When we think of these teams, we think offense. Doris, what kind of game do you anticipate this being?
Well, from a fan's perspective, this is going to be a ton of fun. Fast-paced, high skill level. Now, the coaches who love defense, they may not be happy by the end of the night, but we're going to have a good time.
Now Leonard, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And Leonard gets it to go.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Lillard scanning the floor. There's the triple. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Zubac. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Batum with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Jackson passes to Batum. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard. Good, nice job down low. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Portland's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Jackson against Lillard. Over Jackson. Shot clock at 6. McCollum kicks to Lillard. No good with the wing jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Leonard, no luck.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And Kanter pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Unloads. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Batum, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Kanter dishes to Lillard. Back to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. To stop the drought. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the middle. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard attacking. Jones trying to get open. Misses from short range.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Leonard, and he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got 6.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots. They get it back.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Jackson against Lillard. Pass to George. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard from deep three-point land. Can't tie it up as that one misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Marcus Morris. Kennard is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 3. Here's Anthony. A second chance effort, right wing. Here's Simons. Good on the shot.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Now here's Williams. Defense is right there. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. Over in the corner, Williams. Dishes to Patterson. Left side, Williams. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Good, finds Anthony. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Patterson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we know that Patrick Patterson can step away and be a force as a face-up guy, but still plenty dangerous inside.
And stolen by Williams. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the shot goes down. Patterson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Simons. He dishes it to Cantor. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kevin. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. The shot by Williams, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Simons. That one wide left.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The pass to man. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Williams. Morris outside. For three. Rebounded by Hood. And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Batum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Leonard. Wow, drew the cut. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 20?
And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the floor.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard with the bucket.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
It's McCollum with the drive. Banked in off the glass. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
From deep, George. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Right around around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. George with no one around. That doesn't go either for George. Trailblazers trail by 5. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Takes it out to Leonard. A 3. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 12.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
To the inside, and Kanter throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Leonard with the steal. Pass to Zubac. And that one's good. George.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Kanter in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Covington, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Jones, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Feeds to Jones. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
And it's Lillard missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Lillard outside. That one, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And the basket by Jackson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Lillard outside. Six on the shot clock. Keeps it alive, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Williams from outside, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers trail by 10, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Luke Kennard out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the 3 slot. Here's Lillard to the left side wing. Kanter, the pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Trent. That's a 2 from Lillard. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Oturu, the pass to Williams. Kennard on the wing. Misses the three. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Passes it to Simons. Lillard outside. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Williams looking over the floor. Goes up on the wing. The putback. Out to Morris. The pass to Oturu. Now here's Kennard. The dish to Morris. And another shot. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 5. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so here's Portland. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Outside for George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Shoots the three. Lillard misses.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Shoots from the high post, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Here's Lillard. Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Los Angeles leading by 8. George looking around. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. A little shot fake there. Got the D out of position.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range where he can be efficient and effective is absolutely on point.
Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And the Clippers have possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Jackson up top. Outside, George. George double teamed. Here's Jackson. And it's sent back by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And the basket by McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Passes to Zubac. Jackson in the corner. Here's Leonard. That one misses. Excellent D from Cantor. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Cantor. 6 to shoot. Lillard way outside. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson passes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And Cantor able to finish.
Right, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Morris. The three from George. And it's Portland with the rebound.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Lillard with no one around. Again, the miss by Lillard. Now, here is George. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
can imagine, you know, doing the same thing every day for 82 days. I counted. So yeah, it was a lot of video.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast settings. And with
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Let's see some of the numbers here for Damian Lillard.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Doncic after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here's Lillard against New Orleans, who is really on his game. And as we come down the home stretch, some teams in position for the playoffs. How do you prepare for those young players who haven't been there yet, are wide-eyed and learning as they go?
You know, I'm not sure there's any preparing for it. I mean, they're going to be expected to contribute. You've got to be prepared from the standpoint of knowing your assignments, and because there's so much more information today, that does help. But the reality is they've already given the coaching staff a reason to think they have what it takes to help them make a run.
Here's Doncic following the score by Damian Lillard. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Lillard outside. Pass to Cantor. McCollum outside. 5 on the clock. That one a little long. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Lillard misses.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 6.
It's all about the tail of the tape right there. I mean, his size advantage makes that jump shot easy pickings.
Doncic against Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Inside, stolen by Cantor. Covington finds McCollum. Back to Covington. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleber. And some changes here for the Mavericks. James Johnson's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Trent. Lays it up off the glass.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Brunson scanning the floor. Right side, Porzingis. Passes it to Brunson. Richardson against McCollum. And the shot goes in.
Well, not a big guy, but Richardson has no fear of the contact. I mean, he stays strong and gets his finish.
Lillard against Porzingis. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now Now here's Brunson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now here's Cantor, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Anthony can't hit. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
They get the rebound.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
So for the Trailblazers, Hood's checked in for C.J. McCollum, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Dallas also making some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Porzingis, and it's Powell in for Johnson. Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Feeds to Cantor. Out to Anthony. Wide open. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Richardson, good.
The consistency of Richardson's shooting is just impressive. Defense can't allow him mid-range looks.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big loss.
I look to the times where things are.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rodney Hood, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 4. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Cauley Stein, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
Here's Simons. Off target from outside.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Hood against Hardaway. Here's Cantor. That shot no good. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Powell kicks to Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. And the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Anthony down low. Powell's there. Anthony dishes to Cantor. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And those are the games that really hurt. I mean, you're playing well, the effort's there, and in the end, it still isn't enough.
Here's Anthony after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Simons surveying the D. Back to Anthony. Will it go? The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Left side, Hood. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Greg is a broadcaster. who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day who was my favorite. You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now here is Hardaway. After Enes Kanter's miss. High post try, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Simons. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Richardson kicks to Hardaway. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hardaway has got 7 points here in this quarter.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's McCollum. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. From deep three-point range. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And so we wrap up the first half. Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel.
Look, they traded up to get the team.
And
with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Richardson. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
They get it back. A reverse. And it's laid up and in by Kleber. Kleber's got the first bucket of the third here for Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 17. Lillard looking around. And there's Kanter on the assist by Lillard. Kanter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, Kanter moves so well with his team. Fluid motion gets him free for the shot.
Doncic outside. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Top of the key jumper, no good. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Jones. Yep, that one goes in there. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Lillard against Doncic. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And here's Doncic. He's got 6. Count it. Doncic has got 8 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lillard outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. On the wing, Doncic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. McCollum finds Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. 13 feet away. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Lillard.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Porzingis can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Lillard misses. Dallas leading by 12. Here's Richardson. And Jones pulls it down. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Three-pointer, Lillard buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
The star just keeps rising with Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Doncic against Lillard. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cantor finds Jones. Pass to Lillard. From deep. Back to Jones. Passes it to Lillard. To the middle. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. You've got C.J. McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. And it's Trent in at the 3 slot. Now here's McCollum. Anthony in the corner. Back to McCollum. This one for 3. Right at the free throw line. The putback.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And that's 12 points for Luka Doncic. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Now, here's Doncic. Clock at 6. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Doncic against McCollum. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now, here's Doncic. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Johnson. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, I like Richardson's versatile skill set. He has the deep shot, but he can also drive through the deep.
McCollum with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 12. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic against Covington. And Doncic gets it to go.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Doncic with the steal. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. From deep 3-point range, and it's Portland with the rebound. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington passes to Trent. Kicks it out to Jones. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
1:43 left to play in the final quarter. The 17-footer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Outside, Covington. 5 to shoot. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:11 left here in the 4th quarter. Fires the 3. That one, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Dallas.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Lillard against Hardaway. Lillard attacking.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
From deep. No good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They came in. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.